We're talking to Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. And Paul, I'd really like to get your insight as we've been talking and wishing that the markets will open up, that people will get back to work. One of the things that they've been talking about opening up first, as the spigot opens slightly, are the farmers markets. What do the vendors need to be concerned about when they've got people who I'm sure are going to come down in droves to try to get all this fresh fruits and vegetables and access to other foods?
Sure. One of the surprises was that they didn't stay open, right? Were they essential? We've got grocery stores, we've got convenience stores, we can, stop by fast food, but why wouldn't they allow them to be open? They didn't. So, pent-up excitement when this actually happens.
Right.
So one of the issues, I think, is going to be, and people are always concerned about it, and I sort of, we pay attention to stuff a lot, but what is the liability? Meaning, what if someone goes to an event that you sponsor, whether it was a concert or a farmer's market, and they get the coronavirus, right? Could they, as an organizer, be held liable in any regard? And the answer is really no. I mean, in a technical sense, maybe yes, but if you just sort of pay attention to what the civil authorities say, do what you're supposed to do as an organization, it's really not a reality. But what are we going to see at these farms? We're going to see the 6 feet. We're going to see lots of places to wash your hands and to just give people their space.
One other aspect of the stay-at-home orders in Vermont and around the country has been that some religious places, churches, et cetera, have been told that people, they can't have their meetings at church on Easter, et cetera. And there's been a lot of blowback about that from some people and some questions about the legality of that. Where exactly do we stand on that with churches?
I think the fun fact I heard about that was you could drive through in New Jersey and buy liquor, but you couldn't attend a outdoor even drive-through service, right? And you couldn't go in. So, there was these things that contact was allowed, deemed essential, and the religious services were not. So, of course, that brought about a lot of angst and a lot of energy. And I guess we look at it like this. This thing happened so quickly that the public officials kind of did what they could, and the scenarios that turned out to be somewhat laughable, like the one I just described, happened. But they couldn't really look towards everything, right? They had to go more general. So in this situation, liquor stores were open, churches were closed, and at the end of the day, probably if they had a lot more time to process and think what it was going to be, they would have found a way for folks to be able to attend the service, even if it were outdoor or drive-through or something like that.
How far does the scope of government's emergency powers go in regard to some of these things?
Yeah, so we start looking, I guess they can go, really we're getting near the edge right now, right? We're getting to the point where they're just shy of saying, okay, Paul, where are you going? Show me your papers, right? How far are you going to be driving your car today? We're not there yet, but under, so these constitutional rights that we have, that we hold so dear, can be withdrawn and can be taken back if there is deemed an emergency enough. But are we there? Many say we are. Maybe say it's an overreaction. Maybe we need to kind of fight back and get some of those rights back. But again, it's a debatable issue. Ultimately, public safety is the most important, and if it does get abused on the side of losing our rights, I think right now we're not in a strong position to make that argument.
Paul, we appreciate your insight, and we're looking forward to talking to you again next week.
That sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, and we encourage everybody to check out and ask questions of Martin Harding and Mazzotti. You can give them a call at 800-529-1010 or go online to 1-800-LAW1010.com to get more information.